Hi there, my name is William, creator of Muonio TV, and in this video I'd like to share with you some of my experiences with the Olos Ski Center and with Marcus Peterkainen. Please like, share and subscribe, and if you have any comments I'd love to hear from you. So, enjoy! I started skiing at the Olos Ski Center before I had kids. I took a couple of lessons and I learned how to stop and snowplow and do a few basic turns, but it never really appealed to me. Then my kids came along, and when my youngest was about 5 years old, the local MML group, a kids club, organized some skiing lessons. My lot went along, they really enjoyed it and wanted to do more. I saw skiing then in a different light and thought it would be a great activity for all of us to do together. So I bought some second-hand skis and boots off Marcus and decided to give skiing another go the following season. It was the next winter then when I learned to ski, and I did this by chasing my kids down the slope. Of course, it wasn't long before my lot were skiing on their own, in the forest, off-piste, doing jumps and bombing past me. I just couldn't keep up. So we went off skiing together as a family, but soon I was left doing my own thing. It was then I really started to appreciate being out in all types of winter weather on the beautiful slopes. Luckily, I'm still needed to buy hot chocolate and donuts. We're very lucky to have Olos and Marcus's professional, helpful and friendly staff right here on our doorstep. Olos was the perfect place for my family to learn to ski in a relaxed atmosphere. It was easy for us to learn, practice and gain confidence on various gradients because you can get off the lift at different parts of the slope. Also, the main slope is wide, so you don't feel like you're holding up experienced skiers while you practice and fall over. Skiing friends of mine from abroad have said that on first experiences the ski runs look quite short. But with the lifts taking them quickly to the top and with short wait times, they were surprised how much time they actually got skiing on the slopes. And this was backed up by the feeling they had in their legs the next day. The resort is in a compact area and offers challenges for beginners and experienced skiers. The great thing for me as a parent is that I know my kids are safe off skiing for hours on their own. So once I knew my kids were safe and having fun skiing, I was left alone with my thoughts. Inspired by the landscape and gaining self-confidence through skiing, I started thinking about recording interviews and making videos to promote the local area. With absolutely no practical knowledge or experience in this field, I decided the first thing I needed was to find somebody to interview. I did not really know Marcus, but while skiing I had seen him teaching, working the lifts, renting equipment, selling tickets, and his work ethic impressed me. Skiing down the slope, I thought Marcus and the center would make an interesting story. So after a few runs down the slope, I figured out a plan to explain my idea to Marcus and to hopefully get him to agree to an interview. Then at the end of the day, I took the next step of taking my idea into reality, tried out my plan on Marcus, and luckily he agreed to an interview. Then on the day of the interview, I arrived at the ski center and I was just too focused on the mechanics of the filming. Things like setting up the camera, the lighting, the focus, the background, aperture settings, and all of these sorts of things. Before starting the interview, I was setting up the camera and chatting to Marcus. His son was with him. And that is where I started to get to know him. He told me about his wife, his kids, renovating properties and building a cabin. We talked about life philosophies, work ethics, importance of family, sense of community, passion for doing things the best that you can. I discovered that in many ways we were quite similar, and this settled me down to stop messing around with my gear and get on with recording the interview. I would love to say that that was that and the rest was really easy, but in reality it took me about another 8 weeks to figure out how to turn that interview into the video that you saw last week. But it was a good journey and all good fun, like most adventures are.